All right. Good
Good
job.
morning, good morning, good morning, Michael. In the morning
Good
over there.
morning. Good morning. It is good morning here in Los Angeles. Good to meet
Beautiful. And good
you.
morning in the evening, Sander, over there in Sweden.
Yeah, it's pitch black here in Sweden. Yeah, 8 o'clock.
All right. So, um, Michael, so lovely to have you here. And let's start with some introduction words. Any idea, any clue? Michael, the stage is
Yeah.
yours.
Thank you, Rosa. Yeah. Sander doesn't know this, but he's about to. He and I both really, the spiritual path here got started with Eckhart Tolle,
With
Beautiful.
Eckhart Tolle,
The
okay?
Power of Now. I
Yeah.
actually remember when he said, "All there is now." It's like the first sentence on the first page. I was so shocked, I put the book down.
Why were you shocked?
Well, because it was assumed there was a past and a future.
Okay, all right.
I,
Yeah,
and when was this, Michael?
God, a long time ago. I want to say 2002. And then I began seeing him every time he would come to Los Angeles. So I saw him like 5 times live.
Life, life.
Yeah, well, it gets better. So I'm in Beverly Hills at this fancy smancy theater where him and Jim Carrey, the actor, were making an appearance together because
Yeah.
Jim was a big fan of Eckhart's back in the day. Just loved Eckhart. And I'm standing there by the side entrance, and lo and behold, who do I see walk up but like a little entourage? And it's Eckhart and his girlfriend. I don't know if they're still together. But
Oh,
a few other gentlemen. And I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, Sander, like when you're reading Eckhart and then you see him in the flesh, I just got quiet. Like I just stared at him like, but silently, just riveted. And I guess, I don't know, I know it's a story, but he somehow broke away from the group and came up to me and just, we stood for about 5 seconds, just looking eye to eye. And I swear to you, looking into his eyes was like looking into an empty ocean.
Beautiful. Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Michael, you the story started with Eckhart, but what was the reason in a way? What was it? Curiosity, suffering,
Oh yeah.
interest?
Yeah. I think it's same for all me. It's seeking. To be a seeker all my life. Since a little kid, I think I was a seeker, you know? Even as
Mm,
a child, there was always a sense of something was off about life, but I could never put my finger on it.
totally. Okay. And was it a heavy story or quite normal, but only maybe?
Well, when you're going through it, it seems super heavy, really heavy. And
Mm, mm,
fathers committing suicide, moms committing suicide. There's, getting cancer. There's uh, unending stories that me can feel sorry for itself and get lost in.
yeah. Mm. Okay. And then with Eki there, what happened? Tell us the story.
Well, I want to hear from Sander, but I hate to say, um, I was
What's up?
so, I was so in love with Eckhart. It's still on YouTube, but I made it like a quote tribute video to music. And I guess somebody showed it to Eckhart and he loved it. So it's still, and it's got like the most amount of views of any, you know, it's like, it's this most hard. I watched it not that long ago and I could just see the love, whoever made it. there was just such love there because everything was done in a very loving manner, you know, and you can feel love like when you, that's what we're talking about.
Mm.
But eventually, this is going to sound funny. I want to hear what you did, Sander. I moved on to Muji.
Okay.
Sweet.
Come
Well,
on. Was he not the perfect? I mean, he was charming and funny and, you know,
dreadlocks. I
pardon me?
did dreadlocks.
Dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely see that move actually. Moji as a follower to Eckhart. Slightly different though,
Yeah.
but also yeah, beautiful character there, Moji. Um, but it didn't stop there, right, Michael? Eventually, you moved from Moji to this.
To radical
Uh,
non-duality.
well, sort of, but I also had, you know, a pit stop for a while in Advaita, you know, Advaita and
Yes.
Buddhism.
Hmm.
And what
I was reaching for whatever I could grab.
beautiful. Ramana, Nisargadatta.
Oh, of course, I am that. I've got like, you know, I was making a joke on my Wednesday night Zoom. I have 4 boxes crammed with the best all the biggies. I'll let go really cheap. Because at a certain point, I want to hear from you guys, is
Of course.
words lost meaning. The reading of
Yeah,
the book always felt secondhand, always about.
yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it all secondhand? Isn't it all secondhand? Not, it's all secondhand. None of it is ours because there is no us and there's no ours. But yeah, I definitely see that switch from Eckhart. And to answer your question, because you wanted to hear, so I think around the same time for you, like 20 years ago, there was this guy. It's a story, of course, and there was a lot of going on in childhood. Um, so this seems to be a living in the past, so to say, in the story. And then there was a neighbor who came with a book, The Power of the Now, and it was 20 years ago. Around that time, you started with Eckhart, and I started reading. Oh my God, you know what is this? You know, it. I sat on the couch maybe in bliss for a week or two, and I would say to my wife, if you leave me now, I'm not even going to cry.
You are
I'm
what?
not going. I'm not going to cry if you leave me now. And you know, it was
I've said dumb things too.
yeah. Oh, but it's beautiful because no one is doing that already. Of course, no one is saying anything or not. But I mean, there never was a character or somebody behind whatever seems to be happening already. Um, but there was these types of statements, you know. I am, you know, if you leave me now, I don't mind, you know. I'm so freaking happy. Anything can happen. I still will be happy, you know. It because in some way, reading these pages of this Eckhart, you know, and it is like a very, you know, it's not a big man. He's small in everything, you know, but big in one way. So I was impressed, and then so mostly it brought me to there is no past, so to say, and there's only the now. And so in the end, this feeling of blissness just went away, you know, like everything comes and goes. And but there was a certain type of longing still, back to this, back to the 2 weeks on the couch and saying you can leave and I'm still happy. It's amazing if you can say to your wife, well, the wife who you love so much, and you say, if you go, I still be happy. So it's amazing. And but this went away, and then other things come. I was into Sadhguru, and I was initiated in Kriya Yoga and doing intensively yoga and all that things. And I read all Nisargadatta's books and
Wow.
books about. Yeah, I read them all. I don't have.
Wait, hold on. You made it, you got all the way through I Am That?
Yeah, I read I Am That and Beyond Consciousness, or I don't know what the name is, the title. And but in the end, it's just one. It stuck you every time that reading the books. It doesn't bring you anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just you see that it's just empty. You can have piles of books. It doesn't bring you shit. And of course, it's always just this. It's always this, and it's never something else.
Rosa.
So in the
Sorry, guys.
end, and yeah, at the same time, the whole seeking thing just stopped.
Yeah.
The train came to a stop, and then it was just whatever, sitting on the toilet was as important as reading Nisargadatta or touching the guru's feet or whatever. There was no specialness in anything. There was nothing to gain and nothing to get. It was just plain and simple, whatever was the case. And it always was that way already.
Mm-hmm.
It always was. So there was no one behind the seeking and behind the Tolle or Eckhart Tolle or having a past or, and it's just this. Yeah,
Beautiful.
talking with Michael and Rosa, that's it. And
Oh,
this is it.
yeah. So
Beautiful.
beautiful, Sander. So like here, it kind of came to me while you were so beautifully sharing. I was enjoying, and I was like, there was a sense at that time, it was, I think, but there was like a trying to stay in the now. And I
Totally.
found it was so impossible, obviously.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
I was also into Eki. I love this guy. He's so cute.
Isn't he?
He's so cute, like a teddy bear in a way. And
You're a
I
father.
bought, I I love English, and I bought in English, not in German, a small Taschenbuch called Silence Speaks.
Oh, that's one of my favorite. That's the gold book, the purple.
Okay,
I
so
love
you
that.
see here, everything is just, yeah. Okay, perfection, unknown perfection here. And I had in the I don't know, um, I don't know how many years ago. So I was like having panic attacks, fear. And in the train, I had the book. It's a small one, and started to read. And this was this effort, trying to be in the now. But the history was also with Thich Nhat Hanh, awareness,
Yeah.
mindfulness. There I got with 16, 17. Oh, life is simple. Life is fucking simple. And this was for me kind of a small boom, and then the rest followed in a way. But Eki is such a sweetheart. I love him. And yeah, this trying to be in the now is impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
That's
beautiful.
that. Yeah, beautiful, Rosa. Exactly, and that's why here it seems when people ask, I say try everything, knock yourself out, whatever you think will help you, go for it. Because here
Totally.
it was just seeing nothing worked. period.
Everything is it. Everything is it.
Yeah, it's already it. So how could it work?
Yes,
Beautiful.
exactly.
That's the joke.
Who no one gets.
Yeah, joke for no one.
No one gets
Beautiful.
this. Yeah, it's
You know, if you think about it, it's kind of the best kind of joke, you know, like a joke that you don't have to tell anyone about.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Mm.
it's beautiful. Yeah, Michael, and so Nisargadatta was the pile of books, and when did it came to a total stop, so to speak?
Well, I heard you guys you guys got a lot of my favorites. You guys talked to Mei Long.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
So I love her.
Yeah.
Just
She's
love
beautiful.
her. And I was listening to her story, and it was kind of the same here. She was saying how it was no big bang, no
no,
big, you know, is very gradual thinning. You could just say thinning out or becoming less tight, looser. And suddenly, and this is what you can't communicate. There's no longer a me there to think that it's a big deal.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and probably this Big Bang. I mean, is there maybe for when when there appears to be a big depression going on, and suddenly this veil is lifted. I mean, there's no, it's hard to talk because there's not really a veil to be lifted already. But I can imagine that when there's an intense suffering going on, that it can be like a sudden bang. But for most of it, it's like a fading away. I mean, it's also it's strange to talk about because this gives the idea that there is something to fade away, and there never was something to fade away already. I mean, it's not a process. It's not. This is not the end of the line because there is no beginning nor an end. So, and this is also what has been seen in maybe people hearing this, that there seems to be characters talking about this who got this or who came to the end of the line. But there is no end of the line. There is no beginning or a fading of away because nothing begun. It was always this, so nothing needs to happen.
Hmm.
But waiting for something to happen can just spontaneously arise for no one already to wait, just waiting for something to happen, empty waiting, no one doing it, and no one waiting, just waiting, full on waiting for something to happen. Which is this already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could say, just to tell a story, that the me is waiting. What for? It doesn't know. So it's just that energy of waiting. And this, everything, doesn't need to do anything.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, doing things and not doing things all just seems to be going on, talking, listening and watching and seeing a bunch of guys, at the same time. I mean, no one knows this because there's, who knows this? No,
Yeah.
no one can separate itself from from three people having a conversation and validate if this is happening to begin with.
Yeah, we all hear though, right? I know you guys have heard this, where because there's a feeling of a me here, it's assumed that there's a me there. I you could say I project that, the me
Yes.
projects itself, but so that can seem to arise, and then like you were sharing it somehow there can be a, like, I just didn't know. Like, I really tried everything and I couldn't know anymore, right, left. I was exhausted. And I waved the white flag. Like I go, I just don't,
Beautiful.
yeah.
I surrender. I surrender.
I know, but they're gonna hear this and they're gonna go, oh, so there's someone there that surrendered. No.
Oh, no. But I know what you mean, and you hear that this came up also in a talk, I think, which Walter did with Emerson, and somebody stated that, well, you have to go away with this Walter guy because there's still him there or me or whatever. Nobody's already saying that. No one is claiming. There's just
Yeah.
saying there's a me there or he's not finished. Nobody does that already, and this apparent reaction to that is also as empty as the stating that there's still somebody there left or whatever. It's just what seems to be happening, saying, oh, there's somebody there, or it's just, it doesn't matter, and feeling like a human or a man or like a me. I mean, it's just simply what seems to be happening. No one is doing that already. I mean, uh, it's okay, it's just what arises, what seems to be there, and nothing needs to happen.
Yeah. I I I think that part of the confusion, obviously, is that for anything else, you know how to do tennis. I want tennis lessons. You can teach me. You can
Yeah.
do it. I can pay you money and you can teach me and I can improve at tennis. And it's for everything. I can get better. Chess, backpacking, name it.
Yeah.
But it's not this.
I love it. And I'm in love with all those stories. They're so beautiful, Michael. Looking back at your story, well, we haven't finished, but it's simply perfect. You can see the perfection in this
Yeah.
unknown perfection. This is so
Yeah, yeah.
lovely.
Yeah, because
And
it's light. Rosa, it's light. When it's mine, it's not light.
of
No.
course, it's heavy. That's why this heaviness, this wanting to have it different. It's never this. It can't be this. It must be something else, no matter what, even not knowing what it is. But it's not this. And what is this actually? It's totally overlooked. And I love to put it into, well, there is simply this direct aliveness. No one there, no middleman, just this, just beautiful alive, whatsoever. Call it bubblegum, call it whatsoever. Simply just is. In loveness with this. But Michael, please continue. So what happened there? Did you came in touch with radical non-duality or Advaita? What was it? And then
Yeah, yeah. I mean, probably like early on, it was Jeff Foster. I think that was the first book I ever bought. It was called Life Without a Center. So already that's all you need, right? Just the title. You don't even need to
yeah,
read the book.
yeah.
It's the whole thing. But of course, the me is never satisfied. It can only seek.
Mhm.
So that's what I noticed was whatever book it yum 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 yum. Oh, wow. But eventually I saw that it was, the hamster wheel. It was my idea of me getting closer to something.
Which is it already? the getting closer, is it? It's so beautiful because it's all that, it's all this, it's all this. I'm getting closer, is this? It's just this for no one. I'm getting close. I'm there. It's the same, you know. I'm almost there. I want to be there. It's all this. Maybe tomorrow, maybe after the next book.
Yeah. So the way like all the non-duality teachers sounded here was that the me was the culprit. The me was the bad guy. If you still have a me, you're not there. Even if they said they weren't saying that, it was still like, I have
Yeah.
a me, you know. So this was about, I want to say about 3 years ago now. I did a post, and I don't remember my post, but I remember who commented because it was the first time he'd ever commented, and that was Nkosi.
Mm.
He said on my post, whether there's a sense of a me there or not, this doesn't mind because all is this.
Boom.
Boom!
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because here there is no sense of me. So it was like, it was rather that I was looking for me because I never could really find it as a separate something else. So yeah, it's funny, you know, and it doesn't matter because feeling like a me or no me or feeling like anything, a man or a woman or nothing, or you know, it doesn't matter. It's just simply what appears to happen. And it can be anything. I mean, anything can appear to happen, you know. Oh, I feel so like me today. Yeah, I mean, who is feeling that then? Oh, today I don't feel like me, or you know, it doesn't matter. It's all just.
I really had a problem when, when I always felt like everything, you know? And I really had a problem with this message, well, but you are nothing and everything. Yeah, but I only feel like everything. And I was trying to get this nothing.
Well,
Well, in a story, in the way I somehow got it. Sorry, I don't want to go into this.
That's great. Yeah.
and it's so funny. All the you know, in a way, you see, it's just all pointers to this, and you can call this, or that it's just this, or you hear a lot of these types of, I call it pointers to this. So you can say it's all energy, or it's boundless love, or all these fancy beautiful words, you know, which give the idea that there's a knowing
Yeah.
of this.
Hmm.
But I mean, it, in a way, saying it's all awareness or it's all this is just exactly the same. It's just pointer to this or whatever seems to be happening. I mean, no one knows this. Yet talking about this is just also simply what seems to be happening, and trying to come up with words or to give it names is just simply this already.
Well, that was the word. Yeah, Sander, the word, you just said it. Like the word that hit me about Nkosi sharing was when he said there's already nobody there already.
Yes.
That's the radical to me. Like
Yes.
that's what the me can't hear.
Yes, exactly. Never ever was there already a me or a self. Never. Nowhere to be found already. It's just simply not there. It's simply nowhere. There, no one has a me. No one. You can go to someone on the street sitting in a corner using drugs, or one at the Walmart in the line. There's no me there.
Yeah.
It's just it's
Yeah. And it's so beautiful, right, Rosa? Because yet they'll be happy to tell you all about the me. So beautiful, right? Let me tell you, oh, my history. I grew up in
Beautiful.
a, yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, wow. Wow. This is
which is
magic, right?
beautiful.
This is stunning.
Yeah, but that's when it's beautiful, when it's magic. When it's not magic, when it's thought to be another person talking, it's not, I'm judging it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. It's just, yeah. Wow.
But we're
Yeah,
looking for the magic. Like that's why we like to go to Disneyland and fantasy and movies. Everyone's looking somewhere else for the magic.
Totally. And this is so natural to just want to be happy. This is so natural. And this is just the perfection of life, living itself. And yeah, yeah, everything is it.
Yeah.
yeah. It's magic and plain simple and ordinary at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in a way it's a complete mystery, and it's not. It's this. It's
Yeah.
sitting, talking, and listening, and hearing,
Yeah.
and
Well, like suddenly, like the idea for all of this can come that the idea of a source is a concept.
yeah. So you hear this. Yeah, it's funny because there seems to be a lot of thoughts arising about this. Um, in a way, when they're seen that there's no me, that there's no doer as a separate autonomous individual behind this, or something else which is pushing this in a way, which is pushing out the words and whatever seems to be happening, then there seems to be a wanting to fill in this gap, the absence of a center, and then God is placed as a source to whatever seems to be happening. And if it's not God, then you see, well, it's the brain, or it's the mind, or it's but there's just simply no way. There's no landing. There's no way to say, I mean, what is a brain, what is God, but there seems to be a need in a way to have a type of source or a center, because without it, it seems like it's just this. And it's,
There is simply the need to understand. There is simply
yeah,
the fear of death, because it means when I'm not there, it's over, game over. And so this is simply the need to understand, to be safe, to survive. And this is so beautiful, so natural. Nothing wrong with this. And yeah, there is no need to talk about this, but talking is happening for no reason. And this is so beautiful, so beautiful.
so this fill, I mean, this filling in of a source, Michael, um, like the mind or the brain. It sounds, you know, in a way, it becomes logic. It's the brain. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
there's a need, but this doesn't need any logic.
Yes. Thank you.
The,
Yeah.
the,
I don't feel the need to, and I think maybe for you guys too, I don't feel the need to argue with
No.
anybody. If they want to start taking apart then that's this
Oh
too.
yeah. Yeah, of course.
Perfection.
Of
Perfection.
course. And no one is doing it. No one is taking it apart. I mean, no one has that need. It's just simply what seems to, there's no one behind that need, so to say. So trying to take it apart or to give it meaning or logic or whatever is just as effortlessly arising as the words coming out this moment. I
Yeah.
mean, there's no one
But
behind it doing that already.
but
Yeah.
Sander, I'm not a good tennis partner, because for a good tennis partner, you need to hit the ball back. When you just say, okay, that's what's happening there. Beautiful. That's
Exactly.
that's not a good that's not a good arguer.
No, but it plays how it seems. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not a bad it's not a bad arguer either. There
yeah.
is no good and a bad arguer. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It just,
But the illusion is the me is trying to get clarification of something.
yeah. Well, the
Right.
funny thing is, there's already no me doing any clarification
Yeah, yeah.
because there's just trying, empty trying. I mean, there is no control. There's no one having, you know, and saying there's control or no control is already uncontrollable. So trying to figure it out may just simply continue. No one is already trying to figure it out. There's
Right.
already no one behind it.
Yeah.
So this is also, you know, these type of neurotics, or you can say characteristics, they just can simply drop off. Anything may appear to happen, as is the search for clarity. Um, for no one, by no one already. I mean, no one ever was in a search for clarity, and no one will search clarity. It's just searching for no one. This is, I mean, the funny thing is what with there seems to be an expectation that that things radically changed, but it's always like this. And things may change or may not change, but it's not because of the absence of a center, because that was already never there. So before, I mean, there is no before or after. But before, in the seeking or searching to find, there was as much no center as there is and ever will be a center. So there's no difference. But there appears to be a difference.
Yeah. Michael, is there a difference apparently?
Yeah, I would say apparently there is.
Yeah.
For us sensitive types, if it seems for to tell a story, most aren't bothered by this feeling of separation. It's okay. It's somehow it can be worked. Here was not, it didn't have that luxury. The feeling of separation felt like the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
I didn't even care about money.
Yeah. Totally.
But it was already an empty feeling. It was just, and that is, anything may happen, that there's an absence of this feeling now. This feeling may suddenly arise for no reason because it's uncontrollable. I mean, there are people moving in the story from being very radical, like a Jeff Foster, and then telling everybody that there is something to gain and to get. But there is still no center there. It's not suddenly that there became a me again who's starting to do that. It just simply plays out. And that's the freedom. The freedom is that it plays as it plays. if there's an idea that it should play in a certain way, that certain things are not allowed to arise, it has nothing to do with freedom.
Yeah.
Because that is not freedom. Freedom is freedom, which means, and this is of course an explanation about freedom, is that it's whatever, you know, it doesn't matter what you know, whatever ever seems to happen, it's just simply what seems to be happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For no one already. I mean, so it's so feeling like a person, or feeling separated may just simply seem to happen even whenever, tomorrow, or maybe not. As But it's empty because there's a it has nothing to do with you. I mean, it's like the person making everything personal is just completely dropped out.
There
And
is simply
serious.
what is. There is simply what is.
Yeah,
There is just life, and life doesn't care about you. There is no you. There might be an idea of you, but even this is it. And it's too simple, it's too direct. And yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it's funny, Rosa, when you share that, that can be heard, you know, the me could get very offended. What do you mean? What do you mean life doesn't care about me? That's so mean.
Not about you. Yeah, it's not
Right.
about
So
you.
because the me hears that as a rejection.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
another way to say the same thing is everything, what is, it doesn't need to do anything. And that's sort of the illusionary dream of me, is something needs to happen. I need for this to happen. I need to awaken or whatever.
Mm.
But
exactly,
everything is already so free. It,
exactly.
yeah.
It's the same freedom that what you are saying now. The need for something to happen is the freedom appearing as the need for something to happen.
Yeah. I can only
It's
see the perfection and no matter what.
yeah,
I'm also
freedom.
not a good sparring partner, by the way.
Yeah. Stop agreeing.
It's free. It's freedom as appearing to be free.
What is freedom? What is freedom?
Well,
Mm.
it's nothing.
Wow, what a beautiful question.
Just words, empty words. Everything is empty. It's blah, 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 blah. It's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful, I don't know, shouting, screaming. Yeah, this is full on aliveness.
What is aliveness?
What is aliveness?
I mean, this can be endless. You know, what is aliveness? What is energy? What is timeless energy? Timeless wonder? I
Yeah,
mean, you know, it's
exactly. But Sam, that's the kind of the illusion of the me. It's on a story path and it's
yeah.
getting deeper into the knowledge. So eventually the real God level knowledge of all and that ever was.
But there is no. It's funny. There's no such thing as absolute truth, and that's already absolute truth. To say there's no truth is already a truth. Or there's nothing to know is already a form of knowing. I mean, this is not known, and even that is not known. I mean, nobody knows this. If this is, I mean, to know this, there needs to be someone separated from this
Yeah.
to know this. No,
There
no
needs to be
one,
a thought. To know this, there needs to be a thought.
of course, but you know, if this is real or unreal, both or neither, nobody knows that, because there's no way of knowing. There's no one who can separate itself, who can validate if this is happening or not happening.
There may thoughts arise. Is this happening or not happening? Only
Yeah, yeah.
thoughts, empty thoughts about everything. Beautiful.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Yeah, just thoughts appearing
And
to happen, thinking about this and this and this. Wonderful.
and and there's no stopping. I mean, there's no. It's pure innocence, because there's no one doing this.
I like that word. The word innocence really resonates here. Innocence is really
Mhm.
so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, it's a beautiful pointer again, because we can try to rip apart these words. What is innocence? And then it come to
You
a
can't,
stop.
I'm sorry, you can't really talk about innocence, but you
No.
can see it. When a mother bear protects her cub, you can see the innocence in the animal just instinctually wanting to protect her babies. You know, it's just innocent. You know, it's going to do that. And the lion is going to come to try and eat it. That's the
Yes.
innocence too.
But this telling the story about the lion and the bear is as innocently as the bear protecting the cub, as innocently as there is no one behind that beautiful face there telling a story. It's innocence. There's no doer there who there somewhere hidden who say, and now I'm going to tell the story about the bear. How innocent it is. It's just effortlessly and innocently appearing to arise out of nowhere, out of sheer nothingness or whatever. I mean, nothingness is it's just words trying to um, to tell to explain the unexplainable. So it's always innocently, because there's no core, no center, no doer, no knower, no thinker, no secret observer or separated observer for who this is, as a type of awareness cloud somewhere which you can be if you try hard. You can become this, maybe. That's the funny thing, if you
Yeah,
do your.
and it feels real. You know, I remember
Oh,
about like at some point during my spiritual travels in the story, there were the veil. Oh God, the veil. There's a veil, and you know, I got to get through. I got to get through the veil. You know, it's keeping me. You know, I'm in the lower energies.
Yeah.
You know, the denser 3D, all that, all of that.
Um, he popped up while Xander Lynchian was talking so beautifully. Was like the thing which cannot be spoken about, right? And it's impossible to talk about this. And here's always this flipping the coin in a way,
Mm.
just to put it well. It's very easy. Everything which is coming out is it. So it's so easy, you know. It's the easiest thing you can do to speak about the unspeakable, because everything is it, you know. And this is so, yeah, yeah.
I love that. I love that you share that because so often, right, we've heard, and I mean, maybe I even said it at some point where, yeah, it's a mystery, and you know what we're talking about can't be spoken about, and I just love that you just smashed
it's
that into a
it's like
thousand. Yeah,
this is the booming here, you know. It's
yeah,
screaming the whole time in your face when there is an
yeah.
empty face, you know. It's and this is this big smile, this big grin, you know, this joke in a way, but for no one, of course. This in loveness, this wholeness, this completeness, or you can also say it's a total lack,
Yes,
total
I think.
poverty.
Yeah, it's yeah, yeah, yeah,
There
yeah.
is no
well,
difference in this. It's just blah, blah, blah. Everything is it.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful because this is beautiful what you say, Rosa, and this is total lack because it's heaven and hell at the same time for no one to be either in heaven or in hell. This is just pure fucked upness for no one to be in it. I mean, it doesn't matter. It sounds bizarre, but it's as much lacking as whole and complete. It's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The me tries to get this. The me so badly wants to get what Sander has, what Rosa has, you know. I could just be where they're at. You know, that's all I want. And it's never gonna happen. You know, it's never
Because
gonna
there's no
happen.
one here. There's
Yeah,
no,
already.
yes. It's beautiful that you mention it again because it's always something which is coming out. I mean, there's no characters here who reach the destination. This is the destination for no one to reach.
What is destination?
This is the end of the line for no one.
I love
It's
it.
always the end of the line. It never begun. It never will stop.
But Michael, I'm curious, what happened after this comment of Nikosi on your post?
Oh, it was like an arrow was shot directly in my heart, and I instantly saw the folly of arguing about whether there's a me there or not. It's just, I said,
Boom.
oh, yeah, it was a boom. It really it was that, you know, just because so much of the non-duality was seen as the me was the bad guy. And it just until that wasn't there, I wasn't there yet. And there was just something about he said, it just doesn't matter. This doesn't mind because
Yeah,
it's all this.
beautiful. Who cares? He was also this phase of who cares, you know? When those doubts came, those ideas of me, it was just seen. It was already seen, you know, like with your boom. And then nevertheless, the doubts were coming in, and I was just like, who cares? Who cares? You know? And then it simply fades away. Those ideas, those, I don't know, whatsoever. No need to label it. Everything is, you know, this is this huge okayness with whatever, since everything is it. No wrong, no right. Boom.
Yeah,
Booming perfection.
and the funny thing is that this gives the idea of a certain type of state of acceptance,
Mm.
which but it's not like that.
No. No.
But exactly, you
Or
know,
acting a certain way. You know,
yes.
don't lose your temper because spiritual people don't get mad, you know?
Oh, that's it's so terrible when I hear this because no, I never get mad. I never ever got mad or happy or sad ever. But sadness, happiness, anger, frustration are just simply appearing to happen.
Yeah,
And it has nothing to do with anybody.
yeah,
It's just simply what seems to arise. And many spiritual practices, they they paint a picture that in the end of the 12-day program, you will be the happiest guy in the world and you will never be angry again. And this is just totally bullshit because you never were angry to begin with. And anger and frustration or whatever is just simply what seems to rise, and there's nothing wrong or right with it. And thinking it's wrong or right is just also simply what seems to be happening. As
Yeah.
is, I want to get rid of this anger, or
yeah,
I don't want to get rid of this anger, or maybe I
yes,
want to try to get rid of this anger is as spontaneously arising as anything else.
Yeah, very good. I'm glad to hear you say that, Sander, because that was the other big revelation, was that this seeking was this too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Beautiful. Here too. Oh, good morning. This is
Good morning. Okay, wait. So Rosa, where are you located?
I am located in Germany.
Okay, you're in Germany. You're Switzerland, Sander?
Yeah.
Switzerland?
Sweden.
Sweden.
Sweden. Oh, sorry.
Oh no,
I
if
don't
it
know
was.
if that's an insult or not.
Oh no. No, no.
Xander is actually a Dutch guy.
Okay.
And it's funny because it's so beautiful, you know. The spontaneous, effortless trying to excuse is just so innocently, directly appearing to happen. You know, like, oh shit, I said something, maybe there's somebody offended, and there's just no, you know, there's just simply no control in that. It's just simply saying sorry or thank you or fuck
It's
you or whatever.
it
It's
is so
just,
it is so mindless. It is so empty of sense. It is so childlike game
it's
playing.
beautiful.
Yeah, direct and nothing wrong, nothing right. Chaotic anarchy. Yeah, booming aliveness. Full on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's without reason
Mm.
and without cause. And if, as a me, those two things are always going to be, I need a reason, I need a cause. Everything else has a reason and a cause, He hit me on the arm and now I have a bruise. See? So it's very convincing. So, it can feel super real, it can really
Oh,
feel the separation,
yes. Yeah, of course. It is as real as it gets.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
It doesn't get any realer than this. I mean, and at the same time, it's unreal. Both, both real and unreal.
Without
You know,
without the idea, sorry, Alexander, for interrupting you. Without the idea of whatever, what is this? What is this? What is this?
um, this. What is this? Is this? Saying what is this? Is this?
Yeah,
This
voice,
is saying what is
sound,
this? Sound,
watching.
waving arms, smiling, laugh,
It's so
move.
beautiful. It's so empty. It's
Mhm.
so empty. When it's seen, when this emptiness is seen, this lack of sense and everything, because it's just an idea after an
Yeah.
idea, making a beautiful story, cause
Yeah.
and effect, a
Yeah.
future, past. Wow. And when this collapses in a way, when there is no sense anymore in this for no reason, uh yeah, what's left is just
Yeah,
Just just what's happening can include, I'm on YouTube and I couldn't handle all the ads. So you could get the premium for $13.99 a month and you'll get no ads. And they even give you 2 months free. I highly recommend it if you want sanity, because I could not do this plethora of soul crushing ads. So I just put that out there for my brothers and sisters. But all of a sudden, who shows up on my YouTube shorts? This guy's out there shoveling snow. And he's going, there's nobody shoveling snow. Nobody's. And I'm looking at this guy. He's got like obviously a camera in one hand. He's got some kind of snow shovel he's pushing. That's you, Xander. You've somehow your videos are now showing up on my YouTube page.
Okay, that's strange.
It's great. It was so great because I hadn't seen them. And all of a sudden I see you pushing a shovel in the snow going, there's nobody shoveling snow. There's
Love
no.
it.
It's so funny.
I
It's
just
it's
from the very beginning I loved his movies, his short. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
I recognized the voice because it actually just started playing. So I go, I know that voice.
yeah, it's but it appears to sound differently now. You must say that it's a
Oh,
little bit.
yeah, now you have a little cold or something. Yeah.
So I was wondering, Nick Coach and you do a lot together, right? Maybe you want to share a little bit about that. You have Zoom meetings going on,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. No, we do a lot together. We wrote a book together.
oh,
Uh,
beautiful.
it's not selling very well, even though he and I love it. We love the book. Really, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We both thought it was a masterpiece, and is hardly sold at all. It's called Justice,
Mm.
and
Who
the whole
wants to know this,
Yeah,
Michael? Who wants to read about just this?
I
yeah,
know. Apparently nobody. And I'm not helping because I'm telling people books. I haven't touched a book in 4 years, so I'm not helping my own cause.
Me too.
it's so beautiful.
You see the
Um,
joke?
Yes, it was funny.
I bet the
yeah,
book is brilliant. I will love it.
There was a joy. I'll tell you what, there was a joy and an ease and a flow that book wrote itself pretty much in 10 days, 2 weeks, approximately. Very effortless. The cover, all of it came together effortlessly. I tried to do a follow-up book of questions and answers, with Nkosi, basically. Oh, it was such a struggle. We both gave up. We just said, nah. Really, it's just the energy just wasn't there. It was like, it
Yeah,
just was seen here that it was basically the same question in different clothes.
yeah.
oh, yeah,
And
and
the Zooms are beautiful. I watched some with the groups there with the people. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it.
Oh, thank you.
And
Yeah, I think what you guys do and what we do is just providing a space. People say, well, I don't know why I keep coming back here, but there's something about the energy because they don't feel judged.
exactly. Yes, beautiful. That's beautiful because we talked about this, Rose and me, and it doesn't matter if whatever is being. There's no police here trying to catch
mm,
a speaker or somebody else in
no,
saying me or I was doing this or whatever, and then directly attacking, yeah, but there is no you or whatever, you said me, or I mean, it's all just, it doesn't matter. You can tell about your work or your children or whatever comes up, there's no, it doesn't matter. There's no
yes,
one here to say, it simply plays out. There are speakers telling about whatever comes up. I mean, it's as perfect as nothing. It doesn't matter. So this, what you are saying, um there's no judgment. I think that's a big part of these types of meetings, that is, there's a freeness and an openness, and it doesn't need to be in a certain way. You
this is
anybody can say, I feel like in me. Nobody is attacking or saying, you have to get rid of that or else you're not allowed. I mean, you don't have to pass an exam to come to these meetings where you can prove that there's no me left. It's just bullshit.
yeah. This is an absolute and total openness here. Um, for no reason, just plays out like this, really for no reason.
Hmm.
Uh,
And you have to give the title. Justice, right, is the book title.
Yeah, it's on Kindle, Amazon Kindle. Um,
So people can download it, right?
Yeah, it's 52 pages, so it's not a huge book. It was in Kosi's quotes, the best of, and then some of my stuff and his. But the book has really touches on some things I just never have seen in other books. It really just
Beautiful.
decimates, because every time like a strand of the me would try and say, yeah, but it would just, it's like, wow.
Like free fall, no landing spot.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing, like everything, every story that's tried to grab for dissolves in your hand.
Nothing to grab.
Yeah,
Empty,
it's yeah,
empty,
empty
empty.
concepts. Everything's a concept.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And wow. This
And
has been so lovely. Just chatting with you guys.
Totally,
yeah,
Michael. I totally enjoyed it. Obviously, we will also put under the video, maybe the link of the book and everything which is possible, and
Yeah, or
also,
you can put, if they want to, also, we have a website.
yeah,
I don't
sure.
really promote it, but it's called allisthis.net.
Okay, all
Allisthis.net.
is this. Okay.
.net. Yeah,
We
and
will
it's
put the information.
that would be great. That would
Oh,
be
totally, of
so
course, of
lovely.
course. So
and
lovely.
you do weekly meetings with Nkosi?
Yeah, I've been doing them on Wednesday nights for, several years, even before the pandemic. And Nkosi usually joins them for the last 15 or 20 minutes because he's walking his auntie to the bus stop. It's so sweet. It's 3 in the morning for him there.
Oh,
So like 3 a.m. he's like walking and then he catches the tail end. And then lately he's been doing his own on well, here's the funny thing about time being an illusion. He'll be doing one tonight here. It'll be 6 o'clock here, but it'll be already tomorrow there. So it'll be the 10th for me, December 10th, but it'll be December 11th for Nkosi. So which is the right one?
yeah,
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
good.
It's just so funny. It's so obvious that time is an illusion.
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful.
And I was wondering, how did you met him?
Well, it started with his comment, and then we were talking about it one day. We don't quite remember exactly, but somehow he showed up at one of my Zooms. There's like a very first one, and he said he said he said the very first time he said he may not have spoken the first time, but the second time he came, he started speaking, and just the power in his voice instantly made several people cry. I'm not kidding you. They began crying because no person could have that kind of booming power and conviction that all is this, that there's no me already. We were just blown away.
I totally sensed this when I first heard him. Totally. Yeah.
And he just cut through all the bullshit. It was just so powerful. It was, just blew everything out. Like we were just stunned because, it's almost like, well, you were talking about it and then here's a demonstration in your face. And you
Beautiful.
realize there's nothing to say.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, thus the tears. So it was an emotional response. Something in them went, yes. So that's what when people come to the meeting, I say it's very simple. Does all of this resonate with you or not?
Yes, exactly. And there's no choice in that either. It does or it doesn't.
And the one is not better than the other, apparently. It's the same.
Oh, of course, of course, of course, it doesn't matter. Um, no one chooses to resonate or not already.
Mhm.
There's no choice in that.
Yeah.
It just
Uh,
plays out as it plays out beautifully. Or not. Or horrible. Whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Always. So beautiful, Michael. Thank you so much
Thank
for the time, apparently. And
Yeah.
yeah, Sander-Michael, do you want to say something? As
Well, first of all, I want to thank Michael for the time, and the talk was beautiful,
and the
uh,
story.
and the story and the sharing and whatever, because there was really this this wanting to talk with this character, you know, with reading the post, and yeah, I have to get this guy in front of a camera and let's see what happens, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So you got him.
and whatever,
And I really enjoyed
and what
it.
Yeah, me too. I'll just say there was just a very strong resonance with both of you guys here already. Just a joy, I just so
Same
happy.
here. Same
Yeah.
here with you. Yeah. Well,
I think
beautiful.
everyone is smiling. I mean, that's just
Yeah. So, Michael, I wish you a beautiful day
Yeah.
and we stay in touch. Thank you so much, Zander. Thank you too. And I would say I will stop the recording now and say bye-bye.